Okay, we'll move on from there and tell me what's the biggest challenge you think cybersecurity industry is facing right now?
Aside from the talent issue, because we were starting to say that the demand is increasing for the cyber talents, but the supply is not as sufficient to meet the demand. And for Egypt in particular, we have many of our young talents, you know, traveling. They go to the UK, by the way. Many of them go to the UK.
It's okay, we'll kick them out.
They go to the UK. So that's one of the main challenges. Another thing is, yes, in our industry, as we said before, it's a lot of regulations. That's a challenge, but we try to take it from the positive side that those regulations really help you improve your overall security posture. And for example, people complain about incident response or incident reporting timelines required in GDPR and other standards. Yet, without that, customers and other banks would not have heard about the incidents that are now required to be disclosed. So it is doing the whole ecosystem something good. It puts you know, the pressure on the individual banks and companies to comply well, but there is an overall benefit from those regulations. So let's take the positive side about it and work from there. Yes.
And also, I must appreciate your efforts for starting the groups and bringing, encouraging more people come into the industry, which is brilliant. On another note, I wanted to ask you, being a CISO for a bank, is it any different from being a CISO for a retailer or a healthcare company? Or
yes, the regulations would be different, of course.
Right.
And also the way also you deliver your awareness and the threats you will focus on, because the threats may be a bit different. And also there is a difference in not only across industry, within the industry itself, whether you are a large entity, so you are more targeted than smaller entities. Those are a few of the differences. And
you have a big team?
I don't have a very big team. However, we are trying to be as efficient as possible. So, and let me tell you, because it's been now 8 years in the bank, we have achieved a level of rising cooperation with other teams. So we work well, unlike what is popular, we work well with the IT teams. Yeah, we do. No, seriously, we do. So there is a lot of collaboration, and this helps things to move quickly. So although, yes, we don't have a large team yet, I depend on the different teams inside IT to help us finish projects, to help us finish certain implementations. So this collaboration with other teams helps us big time.
How do you define your leadership? How do you empower people? What's your style?
Well, I try to be flexible with them. So I try to tell them that let's focus on results and deliverables. Let's not, I don't focus who came at what time and who left at what time. I focus more on deliverables and the way they communicate with other teams and the way they communicate externally with auditors and others. So we set out our strategy, and we set out what we want to do in the coming period, and we agree on it. And we insist on quality and very careful review of the work. And I also emphasize ethics. Information security teams, they have to have very high standards of ethics. Ethics are very important, as well as passion. Passion, I tell them the passion will be your driving motivation. You don't get the motivation externally from someone. Your internal motivation is your passion. So this is what I try to communicate.
Absolutely. Is there anybody you looked up to while you were going through the ranking in your career?
From outside cybersecurity, of course, my parents, my mother in particular, because she was a working woman. She handled, her life, her work life, as well as her family perfectly. And she always pushed us to do hard work, to be hard work people. From inside the career, yes, we have several role models. I very much appreciate Mary Jo Deleuve. I really, really admire her character, her personality, how she's accomplished in cybersecurity, and she's very brave. She's outspoken. She has certain beliefs and standards that she, follows and implements no matter what the challenges are. So I find her a very good role model.
Awesome. I'm sure you are making a massive dent in your country, and especially cybersecurity. What do you want your legacy to be?
Of course, the intention is I always want to do my work well, so that I achieve improvements. Improvement is, measurable improvement. Nobody has 100% security, but I always, and that's one of the reasons we started out our strategy at the bank by having a framework against ISO 27001. We got certified. Certification here means that from year to year, you have to measure and achieve continuous improvement. And this is what I want my legacy to be. We were at point X and we arrived at point Y. Those little improvements that get built up on through the years is what I'm really hoping to leave behind. It's an improved overall status. Yes.
Lastly.
Yes.
How do you chill out?
How do I chill out? I love to travel and I love to go out. I love, when you do
you ever switch off?
MBTI and the personality tests, they tell me I'm an extrovert. So I really, really, I hate to stay in closed places. I love to go out and I love to travel and visit and interact with other cultures. This is a real hobby and, something that breaks me from the load and the pressure. I love to go out and interact with others and travel. Yes.
Do you see that a problem for many people? CISO being a stressful job?
It is sometimes stressful, of course. It is. However, as I told you, if you have the passion for it, you will find it exciting, and you will somehow choose to handle the stress. You will find a way to handle it. So stress, is not always negative. Stress means you have your adrenaline up high, and it drives you to achieve. So not always it's stress. It's not the negative way. So we try to handle it. Yes, we try to handle it since we like the job. We like the career.
Absolutely. Abeer, is there anything you thought I would ask, but I didn't ask?
No, I think you covered everything. So thank you very much for this. And looking forward to hearing other interviews with other CISOs. This is a very useful thing that you're doing, sharing all those viewpoints from different CISOs from different industries. This is very useful for us to learn from.
Thank you very much for your time, and thanks for sharing your journey with us.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
How did you find it? Let me stop recording
it
first.
Went smooth, but it went smooth. But did you find any